ideal position for the shoulder is underneath the ear if you drop the line down vertically, even when the hands and the arms are working forward in front of the body. And some of our previous videos, we've looked at exercises to help to attain and maintain that posture. But very often the shoulder will sit slightly forward, particularly if there's some muscle imbalance, perhaps caused by habitual postures being adopted. And you'll often see, interestingly, women photographed with the shoulder forward like this, perhaps because it accentuates the collarbones, it's more aesthetically pleasing for photography. But we see this in men and women. And apart from the aesthetics of the photography, it could be a sign that the muscles at the front of the body are more developed and strong, such as the anterior deltoid and the pectorals, and there is less strength at the back between the shoulder blades and the spine, so that the shoulder at rest will just tend to sit more forward. Of course, we're not always thinking about where our shoulder is in space, but just a subtle shift forward out of its ideal position, such as here where the shoulder's more in line with the ear, can make all the difference, especially when the shoulder is under load. When you're using the arm in different positions, if the shoulder's sitting more forward, it really puts the structures, soft tissues that sit above the shoulder and beneath that shelf of bone where the collarbone comes across to meet the shoulder bone, under a lot of pressure and causing impingement and wear and tear. If the shoulder continues to creep forward when it's under load, such as during exercise, the joint between the collarbone and the shoulder, the AC joint, can become really unhappy. That's my AC joint circled there. It can develop osteoarthritis and cause pain and grief. Our modern day lifestyles are not very conducive to good neck and shoulder posture, but there's a lot we can do about it to stop our shoulders creeping forward when we least expect it. One of the exercises you might remember from video number 1 is for the neck posture, head, neck, shoulder posture. And we did an exercise where we stood against the wall, feet a little bit out from the wall, try to get the back of the head against the wall, keep the back flattened against the wall, and then squeeze it between the shoulder blades, open out the shoulders and see if you can get at least some of the arm in contact with the wall. It's quite difficult for some people, especially those with more rounded upper back. And if you have a forward neck position, it could be quite difficult, even just to get the back of the head comfortably against the wall without straining the neck. So you try this, and over time see if you can get used to assuming that position, squeezing the shoulder blades, resisting the temptation to hitch up at the shoulders, keeping the top of the shoulder relaxed, working between the shoulder blades at the back to see if you can get your arms against the wall. And hopefully the fingertips, or even better, the flat part of your hand against the wall. That could be quite challenging, but so even the fingertips is really great. The temptation is to arch the back to get to that point, but see if you can keep your pelvis tilted so that your lower back at least is trying to flatten. You're not arching the upper back, but squeezing between the shoulder blades. When in this position, if you were to try to rotate the shoulder down and there's any weakness back behind the shoulder blade there, it might happen that it might be that your shoulder will pop forward like this. That's something that happens to me. And so I've learned to activate at the back, squeeze between the shoulder blades is what I'd like you to try. Keep the shoulder blade flat against the wall as you drop down into rotation. You might not be able to go very far, that's okay. Try the other side, keep the shoulder blade flat against the wall and drop the shoulder down. Don't let the shoulder pop forward off the wall. All the time, just see if you can relax in the neck. I find that quite hard to do. Just let my muscles in my neck relax. And keep remembering to flatten your back against the wall so that there's no arching of the back to achieve the position. It will get tiring, so keep relaxing and moving and breathing and doing just a little bit at a time. And it's really important to counteract this neck posture with the chin forward, the neck scrunched up at the back, It can become habitual and lead to neck pain.
For this exercise, stand up really tall. Imagine the top of your head being pulled up to the sky. And then just roll your shoulders up and back and down so that you're nice and open in the chest. Bring your hands to the back of your lower neck, keeping your shoulders down and back. Pull the chin in, tuck it in so that the back of the neck is long. And then while you maintain the chin tuck, just extend the neck from the base, middle and base, just letting the chin tuck go towards the end. Not too far, just as far as is comfortable, and then back. And then just try that again. So tall through the spine, shoulders back, keeping them down and back, just supporting the lower neck, drawing the chin in so that the back of the neck's long, front of the neck shorter and tucked in, and then extending through the base of the neck, and then just letting the chin tuck go at the end, and then gently coming back up. You don't need to use your hands, but it does help to control the movement and remind yourself that you're trying to get movement at the base of the neck.
The alternative is to use a small towel, which also helps for keeping the shoulders low and relaxed. Being more aware of your posture, not letting the shoulders creep forward, and regular exercises like this will really help open up the chest, make you feel better and breathe easier.